And now, our feature presentation.
All right, everybody, here we are, feature presentation, episode 144. Fives of the Week feature is a mixed bag of questions. So, question number one. What was your first ever professional sporting event you went to, and what are your memories of it? So, where do we start? Hollywood, why don't we start with you? We'll reverse the role here.
My first, I would say, I believe it was the Red Wings game in, I want to say I was in 7th grade. And that's when Stevie Y came on, I believe. And they played the North Stars. I'll never forget it. And I thought it was cool because it was like a school trip. So I get to hang out with my girlfriend, hold her hand and shit. You know, you were cool. And I couldn't understand. I believe the score was 9-8. We lost.
Holy shit.
Damn.
It was high, and I go, everyone's starting to get up. And I'm like, why is everyone getting up and leaving? I go, they got 4 quarters or 4 periods. You're like, no, there's only 3 in hockey. I'm like, what?
Oops.
I was like, literally stumped by it. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for this other period. You know what I mean? And it was over. But I just remember it was a high-scoring game, and I remember the number 19, Stevie Y. And I think he was playing, what's his name? Madonna.
Oh, yeah.
Back then. And that was my very first pro game we went to. And like I said, it was through a school activity. So we went, and I'll never forget that. What a great time.
That's
Got home
cool.
late, you know what I mean? You're like,
Now, that was the Minnesota North Stars then, right?
Yeah, back
That
then.
wasn't Dallas
Absolutely,
then.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
wow.
yes.
Cool. Cheech, what do you got, man?
Tiger baseball. I was about 9. And we went down to Tiger Stadium. And I remember we first got in there, and it's all the concessions, because, that area was tight. But the minute that, you walked out and I saw the field, I was like, wow, this is badass. Badass.
There was something about Tiger Stadium when you walked in, and you remember at Hollywood when you'd walk up? Easy, here's your charger pack, by the way. Hollywood, if you could try to reach that over to Eric, there's your charger for your camera. That iconic view of the old Tiger Stadium.
Yeah.
You walked up that concourse, you had that ramp, and you'd walk up into you'd be right there in the outfield, and you'd be like, oh, wow, this is so cool. That old feel. You don't
smell
feel
the
that at
hot
Comerica
dogs. No,
Park,
you don't.
you know?
No.
You just don't. And
It's
the
so
bleacher
commercialized.
creatures.
Bleacher creatures, and then
Yes.
players would sign autographs all the time. And you had Herbie
the broom guy.
Herbie Redford.
Remember that, Hollywood? The guy with the broom?
He would dance and shit. Yeah, that
Yeah.
shit was cool, man.
Gosh, man, the good old days. I almost feel like they should have, they salvaged Wrigley Field, Fenway Park. Tigers could have had probably one of the most iconic ballparks around. You know, it's like
I just think
there's something about them old school ballparks.
I just think that
I've been to Wrigley.
You been to Wrigley?
Oh, yeah, it's
very
good.
cool. Yeah,
you got to remember it was Briggs Field.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah, that's right.
I just think that they had to retire that field because just imagine now sitting under the underpeel and you got that metal up in front of you like this and you're waiting for that home run. And so, bing, and it's up. You're never getting it.
Yeah.
Wrigley Field, to use the bathrooms there, it's awful because they're the small. They got the little bathtub type urinal things in there, and the line is all the way out to the concourse. Comerica, it's more convenient for people.
Well, that's modern stadium. That's your modern stadiums.
And they built that 2000? Because 99 was the last year at Tiger Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good memories of the old ballpark.
Yeah.
You said hockey. It was a hockey game for you?
Yes.
Baseball game for you?
Baseball game for me.
It was a baseball game for me. My dad and his buddy, there's only 3 tickets, and my dad's like, you don't mind if I take my son to a baseball? I heard him talking on a phone, and I'm thinking, cool, man. My dad was like, hey, we're going to go watch Tigers play. He goes, you can go to your first base. And we sat out in the right field, and I'll never forget it. You know, every kid takes, when you're young, you bring your gloves to the ballpark, right?
Yeah.
And this name may bring back some memories. Rusty Staub
Rusty Staub.
hit a foul ball, and it was coming right at me, and it nipped the tip of my glove, and the guy in front of me caught the ball. And I was like, oh man, I thought the whole game I was waiting for more foul balls. I wasn't giving two craps about what the score was, but I just remember the player that fouled the ball off, and I brought my glove. This is my first pro sporting event, and I had that opportunity to catch a foul ball in the right field stands, and it looked like, I was like just sitting there. I think I was about nine years old. It seemed bigger, like a beach ball coming at me. I'm not kidding. I was like, boom, and it hit the tip of my glove. And he goes, oh man! And the guy got the ball. He reached out, hurt me, grabbed. Thought maybe he'd give it to me. My wife actually caught a foul ball at a Tigers game at Comerica Park. We were standing behind home plate, and it went over the netting, and it bounced behind her. She was leaning up against the wall. It bounced behind her, and it got stuck behind her back, and she reached behind her back, and they even had it on the Jumbotron. She held the ball up.
That's badass.
And what else would my wife do besides give it to the little kid that was right there to the back of her? So she handed the ball off, and a crowd started clapping. I'm thinking, that's pretty cool, man. You got famous there for about 5 seconds. And, I wanted the ball, though. But she gave it to this little kid, which was cool, though. But the fact that she trapped it in the back of her back like that was kind of cool. So, yeah, Tigers baseball game. I can't remember the year. I know I was about 9 years old. My very first sporting event. It was cool, and that was a great memory. I was with my dad, and I just remember that foul ball, man.
Yeah.
So
they used to sell hot dogs, in the stands, up and down.
Yeah,
yelling
the mustard
shit.
with that little
hot dog peanuts,
Yeah.
hot dog cold beer.
You got the. Remember, you used to put the mustard on with that little wood spoon, and they would taste so good.
Then you had the hot dog
smell.
too. Remember the hot dog guy?
Yes.
You can hear him all the way across.
Yeah.
Like, well, he's been gone.
The singing hot dog.
Yes.
Hot dog.
The opera dude.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
And they booted him out. They said it was annoying. I think that's what sports needs. They need a little bit, like you said, Herbie, the guy that used to brush the infields on in between the seventh inning stretch. Yeah, man. We need some of that kind of
Jazz it
stuff.
up a little.
Yeah.
That's what makes it fun. Okay, so question number 2 here, guys. If you were elected president, what are let's keep this simple. I put top 3. Let's go with the top 2 things you would change or do in your first week as president. So, Cheech, you are now president of the United States. What is the first 2 things you would change?
Well, I would tap into our oil reserve rather than buy it from the Middle East.
There you go.
Because we have quite a bit. I would eliminate this electric car frenzy. You want to build them, that's one thing. But to go all in with that, I'm out. And I would put a stop to outsourcing our jobs. Keep that work here within our parameters.
Very good.
I agree. We don't want to build this shit over in Baghdad or whatever the fuck they want to take this shit to.
Yes.
No, build them here. Take care of our people.
Yes.
Very good answer.
Close the border.
Close the border.
That's 4. Should I keep going?
No, I mean, I said 3. You can give me 3 if you choose. I mean, these should be easy layups for you.
Outsourcing our jobs would probably be number 1.
Yeah, I agree. Those are great ones. Hollywood, what would you do? You're president of the United States of America now. In your first week, what are the 3 changes you're making?
For one, I'm going to make sure that, I'm going to have people have food. Access to food. Now, whether they eat it or not, that's on them. Because you can still run into that where they just don't. But make sure that we don't have our own going hungry. You know what I'm saying? A second one, put a tariff on our vehicles going out and all that. You're going to pay for them. You're not getting no tax break and all this and that. You want to bring your stuff in your tariff, you're going to pay. Point blank. My military service, very strong in some of these countries. I let them know that, we look over you, but we can't always step into your feuds.
Exactly.
Okay? And take from us.
Yeah.
Because then you can get us into wars that's got nothing to do with us. Okay?
And that's been our problem forever.
Yes. Let's take care of home, make America great again. And another one, I mean, there's so many we could go from, but really watching this the drugs that are coming here, the heavy hitters that can get on these streets and just take many people out. You know what I mean? You have to, and I know it's a...
Speaking of that, I read this article last week. Real quick, there were like 2 or 3 couples. Mm-hmm. They were vacationing in Mexico. One of the ladies went across the street to some restaurant just to use the bathroom. She never came back. They went over there. They were trying to find her. Couldn't find her. They went to the police. Police weren't that helpful because they probably know what happened to her.
Yep.
She probably got kidnapped. They were in the car coming back into the U.S. There's like 6 or 7 lanes of cars. The car right next to them, she's sitting in the passenger seat, and they knew it was her. They told the authorities, stopped him at the border. She was dead. He had her dressed up, and her body was filled with drugs.
Come on, man.
This is how they were smuggling drugs. They
heard
take
about
these
the
fucking
watermelons,
dead
what,
bodies.
2 weeks ago,
That
Eric,
is
and now
sad.
this? Seriously.
Fucked up.
That is
Wow.
sad.
And sunglasses, and this guy's like, she didn't look right.
Like Weekend at Bernie's type shit,
Yeah.
right? That's
Did you see the
nuts.
ones that were putting them in the watermelon soup?
Yeah, well, that's what he talked about a couple of weeks ago. Like,
And it's
they're
sad.
getting ultra creative right now, if anything.
But
Man,
this,
why you wasting good watermelon, motherfucker? God damn it.
plus in another one,
I agree.
I would say this child trafficking.
Yeah.
You will be hammered to the fullest. Period. With this, because what they do to some of these girls, it's very
It's
sad.
fucked
Trade them
up.
off and sell them, and oh yeah.
Yeah. And you guys, those are really good ones right there. And I'm going to agree with a lot of that. First thing I think that we need to do is Border Patrol. I think we are in more need now than ever to get what's happening in our country. We've got a lot of illegals here, and I'm not saying they're not welcome. You're welcome if you do it the right
Yeah,
way.
if you get over the right way.
Like every person sitting at this table and every listener we have that listens to this podcast, at one point somewhere in our family line we were all an immigrant.
Yeah.
And we came in a certain way, but it was done through a legal way, and it was done ethically.
Yeah.
So I think Border Patrol needs to be tightened up. I am going to agree with you 100% on where things are at right now. I think this inflation has got a false bottom, and I say false bottom because I think some of these manufacturers have the prices up so high right now because they know they can. We're so used to paying more for everything.
Yep.
I live in that space when it comes to what we talk about for groceries and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that you guys probably don't know if you're not in that business, but a lot of the food costs has come down significantly, and we're going back before pandemic. So the markets are pretty good right now, and they're favorable. Here's the problem. Is people aren't selling it for what they did 3-4 years ago because they got used to getting the better price. Why change it?
Yeah.
We make more money.
Yeah.
Your eggs,
So now they're-
your beef.
So now their
your
profit
pork,
margin's higher.
the margins are extremely high.
$2.79 for a 12-pack of eggs.
Dude,
when
it's,
they were normally $8.99.
come on, Hollywood, that's ridiculous. You buy a dozen eggs now, and you're like, what the hell? Like, bananas are still cheap, 47, 67 cents a pound.
But you're doing it to your own American people.
You're exactly. So these
Yeah.
big food manufacturers and some of these big companies that, they're just getting pretty fat right now. And the old saying is pigs get fat and the hogs get slaughtered. Look what happened to Boar's Head. They had a recall. They had to trash all of their deli meats because they had listeria. There's, I think, 3 or 4, maybe more people died, and they traced it down to liverwurst. It was something in the liverwurst that they made.
Wow.
That's how they had to recall all of this meat. Boar's Head is a big deli company, and they do a lot more other high-end stuff, but very profitable company. They're never the cheapest out there. You go to Kroger's, you go to any of your delis, they're usually $12.99.
Yep.
They're expensive, right? So when you buy a pound of lunch meat, it's like buying a freaking New York strip now.
You're like, can I have 5 slices of that and 5 slices of that? That's where it's at.
And thank you. And that's you in your
So you're
mind.
not
like,
going
I can
by
make-
weight no more. You're going by.
how many pieces I make on a sandwich. I do that now.
How many times have you sat there, and I know I've done it. Yeah, give me a pound of that ham, and and it sat there with the wayside to throw in the garbage. I didn't even eat a half pound.
Yeah,
So
I do
the
that.
little old lady or the old man that's right there goes, "Can you give me 6 slices?" I'm going, "Why is he doing that?" You're smart. I was a dumbass.
Because he's not going to throw any of it out.
No, he eats it. If he
Yep.
has 2 sandwiches a week, and you're doubled up, it's gone.
Now, that's a very, very good take. And so, yes, I think that if I was president, Border Patrol 1, 2 would definitely be getting this inflation in check because I believe there's a lot of A lot of gray area in there. It does not have to be this high.
No.
And again, I go back to the drilling. We don't need to depend on foreign oil. Those people that had to go back to work and they no longer can work from home and they have to get on the road and take into that commute again, that's costing them a lot more money to do that now. And it doesn't have to be $3.50 or $3.70 or, we got a better price on oil. Now it's $3.10 a pound or per gallon rather. And we can get back down to where we're at.
How does this happen? I won't say the gas station name. I drive by, I see it's 308. Okay, I get some gas. Within a matter of an hour and a half, I go back, it's 349. How can you
overnight,
jump it
like in a minute
within
or
2 hours? Can you jump that bad boy 41 cents? That's like gouging. You're taking advantage of the American people.
Yes.
I can get. That's wrong. It should be locked in for the day.
I agree. And they play that game. There's an app called Gas Buddy. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. I know a lot of people that use this app, and it'll tell you, like, say you live in Port Huron, Michigan, and there's like a Speedy Q, there's a Shell station, there's a Sam's Club, and if, they'll tell you, okay, this has the cheapest gas, and you'll see it. You know people are using this apps, because even if you're like 2 cents cheaper a gallon, there's more cars at that gas station. So, creativity with the app world that we live in right now. You have Eric. I think you nodded your head. You use that app, and it can save you a lot of money. I got a BJ's Wholesale a couple of miles down the road from here. They're notorious for their gas prices being extremely low, and they're usually 20 cents a gallon cheaper than anybody else. Here's the problem: they just had a bad problem with gas over there, so people's engines were puttering and stuff. So now they're trying to make up for that. Kind of like the Boar's Head thing. Oh, man, we had water in our gas or something. You got to be careful. So sometimes if my friend Habib has gas for 50 cents a gallon cheaper, you might be getting some water in that gas, Bryce. It might be messing up your ride.
Yeah.
That could be a little scary. So, all right. So number 3, guys, moving right along here. Summer's over. We're sitting out here in this beautiful night, outdoors. Crickets are chirping. That's not a drop, by the way. We've got a full moon. Do you guys... think of your summer, and I had to look at my pictures. This is what I did to get my idea of how much I did throughout the summer, because I'm a picture guy. And so let's go through that list here. So what I had for question number 3, what was the top 5 highlights or memories of the summer of 2024 for you guys? It's over. We can talk about it now. We're moving into the fall season. So highlights of the summer of this year for you.
Well, one of the highlights was doing that live show at Grady's in Ireland.
I was just going to say that.
It was fun, man.
Yeah.
That was cool.
It was an experience for, both shows were different. Mm-hmm. And it was a good time.
Yeah,
I liked it.
That was cool.
It was, something different, and I've never been anywhere where they had a live podcast.
Yeah.
Thought that was pretty cool. Seeing live music outside, that's kind of like my go-to. I always look at these bars and stuff. Bars. And see if they got some bands playing. It's nice to be outside. You hear the music, you got drinks, there's people there, as long as nothing gets too crazy. That's a good night. Watching the Tigers in the second half of this season.
Hell yeah.
Man, who knew? Who knew that we had this much upside? I mean, you kind of talked about it, but they're doing it. If they make the playoffs, this has to be some type of record, to come back.
They're one of the hottest teams.
And this is gonna kind of sound stupid, but I actually have enjoyed this summer because I haven't played as much golf. Because sometimes golf just pisses me off.
Yeah.
I'm not a bad golfer. I'm not a great golfer. But it's like you invest so much money into it. And I'm not getting any better. I shoot the same fucking round all
That's
the time.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
It's just like, man, why do I keep doing this so bad? I said, I played twice this year. And one was for the Bill Apisa outing for Clintondale. And the other one was just with some friends. And I'm good. And the last one is had my 40th high school reunion. That was fun. Seen a lot of people,
That was nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
Those are good ones. So, Hollywood, over to you. What are your memories of 2024, the summer of 2024?
Well, like, Cheech had mentioned, that the gig that we had at Grady's, the first trial of us getting out there, the excitement of it and everything like that.
Shout out to Gin and Tonic for that.
Absolutely. That's always a big thing.
R.I.P. Marky. I know you're up there watching us, dude, and I know you're giggling. I miss your memes. I miss your comments. I miss all of that stuff already, brother.
Yes. And, Ireland's as well. And very good. The going down to downtown and watching the national championship.
Oh, yeah.
The boxing, that was sweet. All these different countries.
Who'd you do that with?
Me and my dad. We
Oh, that's nice, man.
Took a picture down there with Joe Louis, the statue, and it was a beautiful time. And long walk up in there, at the Huntington, because we had to park at the end of the building, and we didn't know that we was all the way down in Court D. So it was a longer walk for him.
Yeah.
So, but we got it, and he really liked it. He enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was a good time together.
What's good about it?
What else? Going to the Sterling Heights Fest. We went to the concert.
Yeah.
They listened to
Night Ranger.
Night Ranger. That was cool.
We helped that little. We helped
Yes.
that
young kid.
That young kid. Yeah.
That kid that was lost and he was crying. You guys were getting
And his
on him.
mom shows up like a bitch.
Right.
Man, I wanted.
What did she say?
Shut up, little man.
I'm like, kid, I'll be right back. You're gonna stay here with Uncle Cheech. He's got you.
Cheech.
Then we got the cops over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good time. And let me see. Always an end of summer. It comes so quick. What else? I think this is about all.
Struggling.
That's about all I got. And seeing the Tigers in the temptations of, the buildup of the Lions coming back playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That excitement. That roar. He's trying. Love it. So that's where we're at.
That's good.
That's mine. Yes.
I know, and we're winging it. And that's hard to think off the top of your head because that time, that little bit of time, I'd say, when does summer really start? Not official date of summer. For me, it kind of starts like when you start getting those normal 70-degree days.
Memorial Day.
Yeah, somewhere
Maybe like
in
leading
there.
up to that, possibly.
So I put the NFL draft as kind of the kickoff for me,
Oh, yeah.
but that was kind of like more springish. So I'm just gonna.
Yeah, that was
Can I
April.
take a mulligan on the NFL draft? That was kind of like a highlight to start like the beginning of the summer, the late April event. We had these beautiful things that we haven't seen with the naked eye.
You run into Calvin Johnson.
I ran into Calvin Johnson, and I was awestruck by the size of this man. He was huge.
Yeah.
It was fantastic to meet that dude. The Northern Lights, that was a big thing going on, and that was happening. Everybody was like, "Oh, you can go out and look at the Northern Lights," and I'm thinking, I thought you only seen that shit in like Alaska or somewhere,
Pretty cool.
wherever the
If
show
you're out
up.
in like the country, like you can really see it because all the light that we have around these areas drowns it out.
Yeah, and then
It's like Big T.
yes,
He sends those pictures, and he said these pictures don't even do it justice, but the pictures are badass
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
What was really cool about that, Cheech, is you can actually, like, say we're in this backyard and none of these lights are on and we're looking at that dark sky and you would see the sky kind of flickering and you'd be like, wow. But then Sammy T, he's like, dude, you got to set your camera to this speed, this aperture. He showed me how to work my iPhone, and I was taking these pictures, and I'm telling you guys, I mean, they were just brilliant pictures. I mean, these are like real pictures.
Hey, you want to get high?
I mean, this is
man?
the front of my house. I took this picture, guys.
Holy shit.
Like, that's the sky.
Oh,
you
that's
don't,
sweet.
you don't see this
Purple
with
rain,
the... Yes.
Purple rain.
Yeah, I mean, it was badass.
Would you say that got you bricked when you seen it?
I was very bricked. I mean, it was kind of weird, but at the same time, I was digging it.
Big old purple dick.
Yeah. So, and then my next thing I had as a highlight. Call me a little slappy here, a little goofy, but I'm a big aviation guy. Not that I'm like not like the Lotto type guy that does all these different things with simulators and stuff. But it was badass to see the Thunderbirds this summer. Like these planes that are kicking at about 900 miles an hour.
Easy Maverick.
And right behind me is Selfridge Air Force Base. And so as you guys heard earlier in the podcast, I had a helicopter come over here, but I'm literally sitting here in this backyard, and all of a sudden here comes this jet, and it's just, I mean, it's only, what looked like a couple 100 feet over my head. This thing just, I mean, the trees were freaking bending. It was just bizarre.
You get the roaring in the house. You could in the house.
I mean, Hollywood. I mean, this whole thing was just shaking. It was badass. So
That's
then
power.
Then I went and watched that air show. On a Saturday. It was really cool. I don't know. Call me weird, but again, those are
that's stuff that you don't ever see.
It's a summertime thing,
and then
right?
when you see it in person, it's like, wow.
Yeah, the annual trip up north, we do this every 4th of July. It's kind of a family tradition now. Shout out to Andy and my sister for always inviting us. 4th of July is always fun. We get together. It's like everybody lets their guard down. You're on vacation. You don't have to worry about punching in. You don't have to worry about dealing with bullshit at work. You go up there, you have a good time. You get in the water, have a few drinks, you laugh a lot, you eat good. And that's always something I look forward to because it's the company you're with, it's the fun you have, and you make the most memories that way because it's just the normal, let's bust open this 12-pack or let's have a shot of this. And it's not always about getting screwed up, but it's just the funny shit you just do. And that's always like a highlight for me every summer. So I really enjoy that. So to me, that's always a big deal. Cheech, you mentioned concerts. So I went to a couple concerts this summer, and I always make sure I do that because I feel like if I missed, we all love music. I just can't imagine myself not being at a concert in the summer.
Yeah.
And there's something about a night like tonight, and you're listening to a band or good music, and it just brings it rejuvenizes you.
Sammy Hagar.
That to me was my favorite. And I'm an old school rock guy, so for me that's my jam. But these concerts are going on right now, and people are they're selling out. I mean, people love their summertime concert music.
That music keeps coming back.
It does,
and it's good.
Yeah.
When you go, anytime you listen to music like that, and it's 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and you're still rocking it, you're badass. Period. Hands down. You may never find that stuff again. Maybe some of these other guys, they didn't make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Eminem in another 20 years, he'll still be bad. But he'll be much older.
But it'll carry on, though. This legacy continues on, right?
Because it's who
the Rolling Stones.
Yes, look at him. 50
Charlie
years.
Watts. He died when they were on tour. Dude was 81.
Yes.
They were still touring. He's like, he'd fucking cashed out.
Yeah, he's cashed out. They're
Robert
still out
Plant.
there.
These guys, 50 years.
Yeah.
That was crazy. And the last thing I had was just enjoying the pool. Just having that, knowing when you get home after a long day.
There's a pool and a pond.
Or a pond, whatever you have. I mean, I love a pool. I like something I can see the bottom of, but it's like,
Hell
shit.
yeah.
Hollywood, I know you're like a fish, man. You love to swim. It's something about just having that summertime, having that beautiful sun just hit you. You relax, you stop thinking about the world for a couple hours, and you're just out there, and you can reminisce on things of old or new, and it's something about it. And when it's wintertime and you look outside your patio door wall and you see nothing but piles of white snow and yellow snow from your dog pissed in 100 different spots in your backyard, and all the dog shit.
And the
I really don't want to go.
cover on your pool.
Right, and a cover on your pool, and then you see it's only 5 o'clock. Why is it already? Oh, it's 5. It's that's coming, guys. So embrace it, man. Like it just went by so fast. So yes, those were my highlights for the summer. Very simple. So the next question we had here, this will be number 4, if I could find it here on the list here. Did we get everybody in on that one? We did. Okay, so number 4. What are the top 3 things you want to accomplish before the end of this year? Is there anything you have on your to-do list that you're either procrastinating on or something that in your heart you really want to do before? I promised myself in January I was going to do this, but I haven't done it yet. Is there any? How about 3 things from each of us? If that's too many, we'll go to 2.
Finish my projects.
What projects?
I got my master bath. I retiled the whole shower, and I really don't have much to do, but everything else gets in the way because it's summer. I don't want to sit inside. Exercise more, as I feel like I do it more in the wintertime because you can't get out and walk. But in the summertime, I can go to Planet Fitness early. I'm up at 5 o'clock. I could go there, bust an hour, come back, shower, and go back to bed before I even got to get to fucking work. But I don't do it because it's summertime. And the third one is DJ more. I need to DJ more because it's so fun. Me and Scott Lesher have our own little business, GTE Entertainment, and we both love it, but everything gets in the way sometimes, and we're really working on trying to build that up because it's great money and you're in control of the music, man. That's the best part. It's so cool.
Let me hear the music.
Let me hear the music.
Come on, DJ, play something better.
Oh, shut up, bitch. Trying.
No, that's cool, man.
What do you got there, Hollywood?
Well, I got the project with my concrete. That was one thing.
Yep.
I spent over a month waiting.
Was that hard?
Very hard.
It'll be very hard tomorrow.
Did you put your initials in it when it was still wet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's going to be, when you're watching it and it's your home, very fascinating. You're watching these guys working, just letting them do their thing. This is what you do. It's time to shine. Show me something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Show me what you do.
Hollywood, did you have your star put on your concrete like the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
I may take the handprint.
There you go.
How's the job coming out so far?
Oh, very impressed.
Grip.
And that's, for me to say that about something like that, it's you got to really impress me, and I'm very impressed because the guy that runs it is young, very vibrant, very strong in what he does.
He's motivated.
Very motivated, and I like that. And I see the kind of workers he got. They work. You know what I mean? And if one doesn't do this, he jumps on. He knows this. He does that, and it's like you got a good crew. And just how he is with his people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to blow the guy away? Bring a 6-pack of Modelo for him tomorrow. If he comes back,
man.
he'd be like,
No.
No, what do you bring him?
You
Tequila?
got to keep him working.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah,
That's true. I had a painter. I had a painter that always wanted Michelob Ultra.
Yeah.
I bring him a 12-pack thinking that's like after work. That fucker drank that before noon, and then he started doing Picassos and shit on my wall. Like, dude, I asked for a mural. Fucking, I wanted it one color in an accent wall. Oh, hey, no problem. What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, these guys is phenomenal. I'm very impressed.
That's
Very
cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
What else you want to accomplish for the end of the year there, Hollywood? You got your cement done, so that's kind of working project there.
I don't know, man.
Maybe work on. Are you doing anything personally or work on yourself? Is there like?
Yeah, maybe work on that. My love life a little bit.
There you go.
And just
Did you hear that, ladies?
yes, ladies out there.
That's it.
But you gotta. It's and maybe helping out more, giving back more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that makes me feel good. I like doing that. You know what I mean? Giving back.
Yeah. Those are, it's hard to think, like, for me, this is going to sound stupid, but I want to finish organizing my basement. I feel like I've been here, I know I've been here where I'm at now for going on 7 years, and the same shit that I brought here day one
Hasn't moved.
And I know it drives me crazy because I'm always looking for more space. I need space. I want to build a weight room. I want to, that's another goal. I want to get back into the whole physical fitness thing. Losing weight's great, but I got to tone and I want to build muscle back now. But now I can't do that because, I can go to the gym, but I'm not good with that shit, you know?
I'm not either.
I'm not disciplined enough to, and, going to the gym was cool back in our 20s and 30s, but now it's like, man, if I could put it in my garage and you got a speed bag, you got your own workout facility, I'm not going to be paying somebody $30 a month to borrow their equipment. I'm like, no, I got it right here, right? So organizing my basement is still on my list. Last year, Fillie, all of us, I think we talked about a board we would do that would kind of plan our future out, a vision board, if you will. I kept telling myself at the beginning of this year I was going to just go to like Staples or office supplies and buy just big piece of, white board or something like that
Yeah.
and write my visions on there, and I was going to kind of use that as a goal. I'm like one of these guys that's in front of me and I see it daily, and then
Yeah.
I kind of want to go towards it.
You're visual like that.
I'm visual. I'm visual like that, but I'm also this. It's kind of like it keeps me on task. If it makes any sense, like okay, I'm way away from what I was thinking there, but then it just gives me that. So I said I wanted to do that, and well, maybe it's too late now. We're already 9 months into the year, but maybe I'll do it to start off the next year. But those are the kind of things. And then I got a lot of work on the inside of my house I want to do. I got a big dog, as you guys seen. He's like a mini pony, and this dude walks around the house with balls in his mouth, and he's got big paws. He's scraping up the moldings and everything. And I'm like, man, this look like this house looked like it's bad. Like I got to fix this shit up because I had everything done when I moved in here. I paid a guy a high ransom to paint the house, and I hate painting. I don't mind the flat walls, but he did everything really nice. But this same guy that needs 12 beers before he can really do any work. So I don't know if I'm going to call him. But yeah, I got inside stuff that I've been procrastinating on, and I still feel like I can get it done, hopefully before the holidays. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. So organizing my basement, a vision board that I want to actually follow through with, and painting my house.
Stevie Wonder has a vision board.
Does he?
Yeah.
Something's at my front door. What the hell's going on? All right, guys. So this is the last thing. Who is the number one person in your life today you feel most confident will give you the best advice and support? I'm going to let you think about it.
I got it.
It's the number one person. This is a person you go to for advice, and don't be fucking around here, Chief.
Well, this is probably advice for like about the last year and a half. I met her on TikTok, right? She lives in Long Island, New York. I've never met her in person.
What's good about it?
We kind of liked each other's videos and this and that, and then I'm sending her, start chatting, right? So she gives me her phone number. So her name is Chrissy Shen. She's Italian, but her husband is Asian.
Who are you?
So we talk every fucking day on the phone. I'll call her, and she's cool as shit, and she's got a couple kids, and one's in college.
You met her?
Never met her in person.
This is some scary shit.
I know what she looks like.
Yeah, but
We've never FaceTimed.
Or does she?
And it's crazy, man. But we have so much in common, and then it's great to hear her crazy life, and she likes to hear my crazy shit. But sometimes, like when something's going on, she'll say, "Well, just do this, and then just wait for the results." And it's like, you know what? You're right. And a lot of it works, and it's like, it's just nuts. I don't even know her, but I know everything about her. And she knows everything about me, and I've never met her.
I feel like I've seen this play out in a movie, and she turns out to be some kind of a psycho killer or something like that. Hollywood, I don't know. I think they actually end up meeting in the end, and then he gets knocked off or something like that. That's got a bizarre cheat. I did not see that one coming.
No, didn't see it coming.
No, that's pretty good.
That's
so Hollywood, I'll repeat the question so we have it clear cut. What we're asking of our five here. This is number 5. Who is the number one person in your life, Hollywood, today you feel is the most confident person, the person who will give you the most best advice and support? Who is that one person?
Best advice and support.
Something stinks like stale French fries.
I would probably say my friend Maria.
Nice.
Very good person. She, very, very good person.
And how do you know Maria?
Through
Did
work.
you meet her like Cheech met his girl?
No. I met her through work, and very, very good girl. Very, you know what I mean? And she tells you, she tells you how it is, and she's real with you, and same,
Yeah.
vice versa. And I like that. You know what I mean? It's somebody I can talk to.
And you could talk about anything with her.
Yeah, if I thought there was something maybe online, I would say, oh no, you can, because I have respect for her,
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say, yeah, that, it's hard to find people like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to be able to talk. And
Now, like, do you find like that you understand her real good and she understands you real good?
yeah, I would think so. I think, yeah, you know.
So you can bounce shit off of her. Hey, what do you think about this idea? You
Yeah,
know,
like yeah, and that's a cool thing. You know what I'm
sometimes
saying?
she can kind of tweak that for you. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I get that.
And you're like, what do you think? Well, this is what I think. You know what I mean? And you know, maybe she takes some of my advice, maybe she don't. But it just always seems like it's a go-to that you could, you know. I've talked to different people, and you know, and there's others out there, but it seems, you know, your comfortability, you know. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
You know, sometimes I think that is kind of cool because what I like, sometimes you can meet somebody and you feel like you've known them your whole life.
Yeah.
And there's times you get this unbiased opinion. They don't know you all that well, but they can kind of tell, and then they can give you like the truth of what they feel, like maybe how everyone else might see it, but you don't. I know it's kind of a weird kind of thing.
That's Chrissy.
Oh, she's beautiful, man.
Huh?
Wow.
Very nice
That's the
looking
one
girl.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a good looking girl.
You just know by from talking to somebody. You know what I mean? You talk to them, and you
Yeah.
get that good vibe. You know. I got a friend.
Sometimes it's instantly. It's like, wow.
Yeah, there's
I
chemistry.
understand that. And then there's other people, like, they'll speak, and it's like, I know I'm never going to be a part of this person's life.
There's something that lines up with the right chemistry with people. I feel like you get to meet somebody like you're talking about, Maria, and then all of a sudden you just, again, you felt like you've known this young lady or this girl
Yeah.
your whole life, and
You know,
she knows your soul, she knows who you are based on just all the things she's known about you, but pinpoints it to perfection, and it gives you confidence to tell her more, right?
Yeah, like certain things you might talk about or you don't. You know what I mean? It's a mutual, it's a respect thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think that's really cool.
And you know, when people, you know, just like whether, you know, you talk to somebody who's married or they have a boy, you have that respect for them. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I got a friend Jack, same thing. Talking to her is like, you know, maybe sometimes can relate things to you. You know what I'm saying? Can relate some different things, and so you take from that. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, okay, you know, but you just see how it makes you comfortable. You know what I mean, when you're talking to these people.
Yeah, no one really likes to let their guard down if they don't feel like the person they're talking to is someone, one, they could trust.
Yeah.
Right? And then
Yeah, that's
there's
a big key.
And you kind of do that through the course of time. You kind of feel this person out. And if you feel like they're the right person to give that information to, it could actually help you. You know, I know it does. I mean, because for me...
Yeah, because I'm not going to say no. You told me don't say no. I'm not saying nothing.
No,
No,
I mean,
me either.
You know, that's good
It's the
stuff
way it
right
is.
there.
I'm like a fucking steel trap, man. I don't fight. I mean, I talk a lot of shit, but certain people, hey, you know, just keep that between us. I'm good.
Right, you gotta
Without
wear
about it.
you gotta
Never
wear a
happened.
different hat for different people.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
never
yeah.
happened.
And it's kind of the way you have
Good
to roll,
point.
you know.
Great
and
point.
So it is the way it is. So I'm the only married guy here right now. So if I don't say this, my wife, well, why didn't you say anything about me? Well, I'm going to tell you this.
She doesn't talk like that.
She does not talk like that, but that's the one person that I can go to and talk to, and rightfully so.
That's awesome.
I mean,
That is good.
if I
That's
don't
good.
feel like I can give you my deepest feelings, how I feel, what I'm thinking, and reciprocate and understand her the same way, going back to both you gentlemen in a relationship, whether it's the girl you've never met in person or the girl you've known, I think that's such a key clutch thing in any relationship.
Yeah.
And it goes with friendships the same way, you know, like
Yeah.
if you know, one of you guys are having a bad week, or, you know, if, you know, Eric called me up and says, man, I really need somebody to talk to. It's my best interest if I have feelings, and not feelings like them kind of feelings, but like if I care about him as a person, I'm going to give him that because I think he needs it. And I think that's such a part of life that as you get older, you need that kind of.
Absolutely.
You need those people in your
Oh,
life.
yeah,
man.
they could say, you know, you got a boyfriend or somebody say, well, what do you think, you know? Well, I'm not going to go right out there and go, hey, just get rid of that son of a bitch. He's no good.
No, I mean,
You listen to that person. Or it's a girl, what do you think I should do? Well, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because that the one thing that you could do wrong is by saying, well, yeah, just get rid of that piece of shit, regardless. And then the next thing you know, they're with that person. It's like, you listen, okay, well, you know, maybe get the whole thing before
Yeah.
you react.
Yeah, it's so much
you're right.
deeper in the
Yeah.
thought process to get that one person. And again, I mean, there's probably more than one for some of us, but there's always
yeah.
going to be the one that you feel the most confident that you can go to and kind of
I used to feel like that with Denise. I mean, Denise was my, and I tried telling her. I said, listen, you know, you're older than me. You know, a couple years older than me, 3 years older than me. I enjoy talking to you. I really do. And it just doesn't seem like you could give a shit. When you did, I liked what you said to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Good, whatever. I just think now that you just kind of, it was like, kind of like, you just, it doesn't matter what I'm saying. Like, you just, okay, one thing after another, and I go, that's just, I just had to stay away from that. I said, I can't talk to you no more.
Yeah, I think it comes to where the way I would put that is genuine interest. If
Yeah.
I'm genuinely interested in you as a person, I want to know more about you, and I'll give you more about me.
Yeah. But sometimes on that same topic, she might have been put into your life just for that little period of time.
That's right.
And that's
So
what I had
you
to-
could kind of, but then at a point, it's like, yeah, it does. It's not really helping now, but it helped at that. You know,
And that's what
maybe
I-
it was about 18 months or something that you were bouncing shit off of her.
And that's what I was learning, and I said, well, maybe you're just temporary, but I really enjoy your company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm letting you know as a man, honey, this is the way that it is,
Hi, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, Eric. All right, so anybody else want to add anything to that one there?
No.
We're good?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get into our picks here, guys. That was great. I think you guys had great answers. We hit all
So we
five.
getting on the phone, the czar.
Bizarre.
We're going to get Mr. Fillie on here. And by the way, Hollywood, you get to read off the games this week since you were the winner. Watch, he doesn't answer. This is his podcast. Please, Fillie, answer.
It's like, oh,
Fillie,
What up, Joe?
there he is.
My man,
Can,
what's up, bro?
can you hear us okay,
Hey.
Fillie?
what you gonna
Yeah,
do,
you guys
man?
sound great, man. You look good on live, too.
Tell
What I'm saying, man.
All right. Good to have you, brother. You getting ready for your big trip out east?
Yep, I just finally put away my last pair of underwear, so I'm all yours for a little bit.
Thank you for that.
Some say you don't wear them.
Oh, hey, take it easy.
Was it a thong or something cool?
Cheats want to know, was it a thong or was it a one-sider?
Oh, yeah, you got assless chaps and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
Something stinks like stale French fries.
Just for you, Fillie. All right. So, Fillie, I'm going to read off last week's. What do we have, Fillie? You got the numbers in front of you. I believe you said, why don't you run down the numbers from week 2, and then we'll do the full year-to-date.
Okay, let me pull up last week.
I believe me and you were 7 and 9 last week.
I think I went, and I might be able to help you here. I'm sorry, Fillie. I didn't mean to catch you off guard. I do have the numbers for the total for the picks for the year. But last week, Hollywood, I believe, went 9 and 7.
Yep.
And I
Me
believe
and Philly went 7 and 9.
7 and 9, and I think I went 8 and 8. And now, Philly, if you don't mind, I'll read this off for the season so far in the pick'ems. Cheech, you are 20 and 12. Hollywood, 20 and 12.
Ooh.
And Philly, did you put your Philly is 20 and 12? So a three-way tie right now with all
Wow.
three of you guys.
Yeah.
And I'm in last place at 18 and 14.
Loser.
So yes, I am a loser.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. So there I am, but doing what I do best. I come back in the end, as I usually tell myself. It's not how you start; it's how you finish. Isn't that right, Hollywood? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about.
And where would you like to finish?
That's
Third leg, man. Third leg.
Always giggle falsely.
quit giggling. All right, so Philly, we're gonna
Easy.
kick it off.
He's all bricked up right
How
now.
are you doing, Philly? You doing okay? Everything's going all right with you, bro?
Oh, yeah, everything is good, man. Just a lot going on, but I wish I could be there with you guys. I was able to watch part of the episode. You guys look great. You sound great. So I'm excited for you guys, excited for the episode. I'm ready to go see my boy in New York, though, man.
That a boy.
Yeah.
Oh, what up?
Yeah.
shout out to
That'll
James.
be fun, man.
Shout
It'll
out
be
to
fun.
James.
Congratulations, my
You know,
brother.
James is one of the founders of this podcast.
Yeah.
It started off with these two gentlemen, the one that's on the phone and the one that's out in New York right
Just
now.
James.
Just James, man. These guys started this podcast. Little did we know we're 144 plus episodes into it, and now the scary thing is Phillie's got me doing this podcast solo with you guys here today. And he's got high expectations of me launching this thing on our social media sites.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what this disaster is going to look. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. But Philly, let's get into the Week 3 picks. So it's only right that the man that went 9-7 and predicted the Arizona Cardinals to win, Mr. Hollywood, you have the honor, sir, of calling off the games. And Philly, I got your numbers right here in front of me. I got your picks. So let's get into these picks, guys.
Can I get a standing ovation, please?
He can get a standing ovation. There's no crowd cheer drop here or anything like that. But I'll tell you what, I'll give you a fucking hell of a golf clap.
All right.
How about that? How about that?
Well, there we go.
Who gives a fuck?
Okay, so. All right, Hollywood. So announce the game, and we got to give you our picks, sir.
All right, we're going to start off with Thursday night, September 19th. New England travels to the Jets in New York, exactly where Philly's going to be.
What are you going to do, man?
What you going to do, man?
Well, if you're asking me, because I actually looked at tickets because I was thinking about taking my fiance to the game, but they want over $200 for upper deck.
Damn.
So I was like, no, I think I'll pass. You know, I've seen Rodgers kick our ass a bunch of times already, but I got to go with the Jets at home, man. I think that defense will definitely prevail.
Okay. Master B.
I am going to take the New York Jets. Taking the Jets with you, Philly.
Cheech.
I got the Jets, Jets, baby.
Jets.
You still there, Philly? All right. We're going to have to stop the music, but I'm going to keep
what
involved.
I'm going to do is I'm going to go with Rodgers as well. That's a landslide.
Yep, clean
I think
sweep.
Stevie Nicks once said that about the landslide. All right, we're going to go with Sunday, September 22nd. We're going with the G-Men. The Giants travel to Cleveland in Watson. What you going to do?
Yeah.
Well, I gotta go ahead and go with Cleveland at home. I just think the Giants are an absolute dumpster fire right now.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to figure out what to do with Daniel Jones. They don't have many options, man. So give me Cleveland at home and that defense all day.
Okay. Cheech.
I'm going to go with the Browns also.
The Brown scheme.
Yeah, the
Grandmaster B.
I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns.
And I'm also going to go with the Brown Stains.
The Brown Stains.
Browns.
That's just because of my tight end.
Always giggle falsely.
All right, we got a real barn burner here. Both teams 1-1. Chicago. Williams heads over to Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor.
Boring.
What kind of game are we going to have here?
Well, I don't know what you guys saw, but I saw a lot of inexperience and a lot of college play out of Caleb Williams on Sunday night.
I agree.
I don't think he's quite ready, and I think Indianapolis will bounce back this week at home. I think they beat the Bears.
Deb ass.
Cheech, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm not real thrilled with the Bears either. They looked a little confused when they played the Texans last week. I'm going to go with Indianapolis.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm going to take Indianapolis as well.
I'm going to go with Jonathan Taylor as well.
Nice. It's like we're all in bed together.
Here we go. This is a real good one here. We got C.J. Stroud going to Minnesota.
Cannot play with him. Cannot
Who's
win with
looking
him.
to be
Cannot
3-0
coach with him. Can't do it.
in the division that we are in.
Tell you what, man, Minnesota impressive start at 2-0. I think they gave themselves a nice little cushion here in the NFC North. But with that being said, what have you, give me Stroud and the Texans. I think they figure some stuff out on offense, and I think they get the dub on the road.
Grit.
Dub on the road.
What do you got, Cheech? Come on, man.
I'm going to go with Minnesota on this one.
What?
Yes. At Minnesota, Sam Darnold, Justin Jefferson.
Grandmaster B.
Are these really the questions that I was called here to answer?
I am going to take Houston.
We have
Houston,
a
we have a problem. CJ going to redeem himself.
Houston, we have a problem. Well, you know what? I said it in the very beginning once again. I think Minnesota's going to be a problem. And they're showing it.
They're losers.
And I'm going to have to go with Jefferson and Jones
My
and
man.
Darnold. I got to go with Minnesota.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Taking him again, Philly. What's the next one, Bryce?
All right, we got Philadelphia Freedom going to the Mardi Gras, New Orleans.
Ooh, that's a hot team over there. Over there,
They
New
are.
Orleans now.
That's a good game.
What you going to do with that goddamn jambalaya right now?
Well, I'm gonna tell you right here,
Goddamn it.
I'll tell you what. I think Philadelphia is a little overrated at this point, and I was high on them going into the season. And I think they're gonna get off to a real rough start because New Orleans is playing out of their mind. Give me Derek Carr.
Who are you?
I may start him over Mahomes.
Who you got, Uncle June?
I like that Derek Carr guy.
What you got, Cheech?
Shut up, little man.
I'm going to go with Philadelphia.
Cheech is going with Philly.
Philly.
Well, I'm going to take the hot hand. Carr. I'm going to go New Orleans. I'm right there with you, Philly.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I like Carr. He's my backup. I was thinking about switching him with Mahomes, but I think Philly gets out of this one. It's a close one. They bounce back from that loss. I'm going with Philly.
Philly. Oh. Ooh, turning the tides. All right. We got a little split squad there. What's up next, Hollywood, on the
We
docket?
got the Jim Harbaugh goes into the Steel Town, Pittsburgh. Fields at the helm.
Two surprise teams, I think. 2-0, smash mouth, old school style football game here. It's going to be a low scoring game, but I'm going to ride with my second favorite team, the Pittsburgh Steelers at home, in like a 17-14 dogfight.
Damn.
I tell you what, but
Grandmaster B.
Taking Pittsburgh. I'm right there with Philly. I think that coach over there, fantastic coach. He'll prepare those guys.
Nice. Cheech.
Going 3-0.
Cheech.
I'm going to go with the Chargers in this
Going with
game.
the Chargers.
Harbaugh.
I'm right there with Harbaugh. I'm
Yep.
going with Chargers going 3-0.
Give me that 300-pound fullback.
Yes.
Yes.
You say his name was Medulla?
Doing
Medulla.
the tush push.
All right, we got Bo Nix traveling to Tampa Bay, who just got the dub on the Detroit Lions in
Tell you
Tampa.
what, man. I know you guys broke it down a little bit earlier, but Tampa Bay is very, very impressive right now. I think Baker Mayfield, we'd all agree, has found his home down there. I think Todd Bowles, he's obviously a Super Bowl winning coordinator. I think they got a good thing going down there. I don't think Denver has quite enough to go down there and win, so give me Tampa Bay at home.
Nice. Cheech.
I'm going to take Tampa Bay also. They looked very, very good last week. Baker Mayfield's playing good, and
At
that
home.
defense, yeah, they're at home. And, yeah, Denver, they haven't really found it yet. Don't look at me like that, Easy-E.
And you know that fire's going to go off in the end zone on the pirate thing, too?
Hell yeah.
They want me to use the pump because the other one, which I really like better than going bing, bing, bing.
Grandmaster B.
Easy
Buccaneers.
E to use the pump. He's getting a lot of shit tonight, Philly, but he's a good sport, man. I ended up taking Tampa in this game. Definitely Tampa. They're playing good ball.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Tampa as well. Absolutely.
Now this next one, dude. I don't know
This
about
one's
this
sweet.
one, man.
We've got Green Bay going to Tennessee, down there where the king, Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
Help me out,
This
Philly.
This was tough, man. I was really looking at this like this was like a pick-em game. Because,
Stop whining.
Even though Malik Willis played pretty good, but he only threw 14 passes last week for like $122. But then again, Will Levis looked like crap again. I just don't know if Tennessee has their identity. I think Green Bay knows who they are, what they are. And I think LaFleur puts a good plan together. And I think Green Bay gets the dub on the road.
Hey, you want to get high, man?
Grandmaster B.
Yeah, man.
You can hear that, okay. Who did I take in this one? Who'd you take, Philly? Green Bay?
Green Bay. Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to take Green Bay.
I'm glad you're listening, even when I'm not there.
Yeah.
I was looking for the next drop.
I think I'm going to go Tennessee on this one. I like their chances. I like them at home, and Green Bay doesn't have they ain't got their number one. They ain't got love out there.
You know what? And
they ain't getting no love in Tennessee.
They ain't getting no love.
They ain't getting no love in Tennessee.
I got to agree with Cheech. I think they step it up Pollard. Without love over there, I think Tennessee, it's going to be a close one. 2017 Tennessee.
Nice.
All right. Oh, God.
Wow.
We got damn you, Dalton. The Carolina Panthers bench their quarterback versus Minshew. And the Raiders.
The Raiders.
At home.
Who do you got, Philly?
Hollywood, all I got to say is, what you going to do, brother, when Minshew Mania and the Raiders run wild on you?
Yes.
Give me Las Vegas. Big upset at Baltimore last week, man. I just think that Pierce hasn't played with that grit like we have here in Detroit.
Yes.
I like the Raiders.
Cheech.
Raiders. When the owner has that kind of haircut, how do you bet against him?
What a great haircut, by the way.
Yeah.
What a fantastic.
He looks like Mo, and he looks like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, it's kind of a hybrid.
Looks like fucking Lloyd Christmas.
Lloyd Christmas. Vegas all day.
Vegas.
Carolina's a freaking tobacco. Even if they do switch quarterbacks, it ain't going to make a damn difference.
And like they always said, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
That's right.
That's what I'm going with, Vegas.
Another hot team coming up here.
Oh, yeah. We're going Miami to Seattle without Tua.
Yeah, so we got Tua on injured reserve. I really think they're going to struggle a little bit offensively to find their groove. I like Seattle at home.
Who's their backup?
I want to say it's Mike White, or no, Skylar Thompson is his name.
That guy, I thought they were getting rid of him.
Never heard of him.
Grandmaster B. Miami or Seattle?
I'm going to take Seattle. Tough place to win. The 12th man.
Yeah.
Seattle's playing good ball.
Some would say the third leg.
That's right. Freaking third leg.
I got to go with Seattle. That's where all the grunge bands come from, and I'm going there. Yeah.
They say there's a lot of water. It's wet all the time. I'm going with Seattle.
Hey, Philly, did you hear the rumor that Matt Stafford may be going to Miami? They said don't rule it out.
Yeah, I did. I read that today, man, and I think, desperate times call for desperate measures. And
man,
could you imagine Stafford throwing the hill?
Oh my God, dude!
Yeah, I think Stafford's going to have a rough year in LA if something doesn't happen.
No Pakua, no Cup.
Yeah, he's got all his weapons out. Doesn't have much there. Who'd you take? You already did your pick, Cheech?
Yes.
I'm going to take Seattle.
Yep, we're all in Seattle, across the board. All right, here we go.
Oh, the heartbreak.
Big time Detroit here, baby. Traveling to Arizona where it's hot. 4:05 game. What you gonna do here?
What's good about it?
Notoriously, we always seem to struggle on the West Coast, but
struggling.
You guys know I'm not a huge Kyler Murray fan, and I think that water usually levels out. So give me the Detroit Lions. Even after a depressing offensive performance, some sketchy coaching decisions, I think we bounce back this week and find our groove. Give me Detroit on the road.
Okay, nice. Cheech.
Well, sometimes when you go out of town, you might try to find a hooker. I'm taking the Lions. I am taking the Lions.
The Lions.
Yeah.
Well, what a nice segue that was, right? I mean, you got a quarterback named Hooker, you're out of town, you're looking for a hooker. This guy's rumbling and stumbling over here. Well,
Hutch.
Philly.
Hutch is going to kill.
This is because
pivotal, very pivotal.
Murray played very, very well last week. It was the Murray of old. hitting that damn rookie receiver.
The Murray of old. He's 21.
That sumbitch is a good receiver over there. That rookie they got. And Murray's on fire right now. But I'm telling you, the Lions, they got to win this game, man. Can't drop them 2 and come back, play the Monday night game against Seattle on prime time. I really believe the Lions should beat this team. I don't think it's going to be a close. I think it'll be a close game. It's not going to be a shootout, I don't think. But I think you'll see our offense open up. I think Johnson, our offensive coordinator, he better dial up some new plays.
Yes.
He might want to start throwing upfield. Use that big tight end. So I'm going to take the Detroit Lions over the Cardinals on Sunday at the 4:05 kickoff now. Skip.
Like it. Yep. All right.
I'm right there with you, Philly.
Oh, yeah, this is tough.
Oh, yeah, Jerry's Cowboy. We got to get Jerry's perspective on this, by the way.
I wanted to say something tells me to go with Arizona in a tight one, meaning that then Campbell has to come down and make some big decisions on getting somebody. But my heart tells me to go with Detroit, even though it's pulled by Arizona. I got to see what Detroit does. I got to give him this chance and go with them.
My man's doing
got to do this
on the fly. This is
got to do this
front forward thinking. I did all my picks earlier today because I had time to think about it. This dude's going on to gut right now, and he's 9-7 last week.
If they lose this game, there's going to be heads. I guarantee.
I agree, Hollywood.
I guarantee that.
Expectations are so high.
I agree. Yes.
Yep, that's true.
All right, here we go. Very big game.
Very large.
Jerry's World, Baltimore, looking at 0-3 going to Dallas. 0-2. Dallas looking that they got their ass kicked last
Struggling
at home. Both of them need this win. Who gets it more?
You took the words out of my mouth. They both need it, and I reached out to Jerry, but he's unavailable for comment because he's about to lose another one at home. So give me the Baltimore Ravens on the road.
Can't believe it I just heard. Lamar. Perhaps next week we'll get Jerry's commentating.
He's unavailable for comment.
Right, he's not there, which is I thought these guys hung out like almonds in an almond joy. I thought these guys are always together, but supposedly not. Well, that game there is it's a must-win. Baltimore's 0-2. I mean, think about this, guys. You're a Baltimore Ravens fan. You got as much hype as the Lions are getting in the NFC. Baltimore, KC,
Can
Super
Dallas
Bowl.
afford to lose
Great team, 0-2.
home games?
I think Lamar lights it up, and I think they win that game, no problem. And Jerry's going to be shitting himself at the end of this one.
Why did I give them that money?
That's right. So I'm right there with you. I'm going to take Baltimore.
What you got, Cheech?
I believe Baltimore goes down there and gets the victory because they lost 2 games in a row. Just right, the first week they lost on that fucking last play, and yeah.
Lamar Harbaugh's getting under fire right now. What the news is saying over there in Baltimore.
You're 0-2. You're 0-2, man. With that kind of a team, Henry on there, you're 0-2.
They paid that dude a lot of money. You think Lamar is going to get it done? You think so?
Lamar's going to get it done.
Yeah,
he needs to.
Cheeks, he's got. And I'm going to tell you what. Never been a big Dallas fan.
Oh no, here it comes.
And I'm not going to start now. Here comes
Philly. Oh,
because they signed Henry is why I'm going with Baltimore.
He's a big dude.
Yep.
I think he'll be the difference.
Well, you know what Dallas is backwards, right? Salad.
He's a comedian tonight, this guy.
Here's my game. San Francisco going to the Rams.
Ooh.
Well, Hollywood, even though you said everything that you said about Stafford and their team right now, San Francisco, if you look at the numbers without Deebo Samuel, they struggle significantly. So with that factor also being down McCaffrey, I think the Rams find a way to get it done at home.
Wow. That's a hell of a prediction. But they have a lot of their key players out, man.
With no Cup and no Pakua.
But LA's just as banged up.
LA always seems to beat the 49ers.
Over to you, Cheech.
Yep.
Philly's taking a flyer.
It's always a dogfight there, man.
Yep.
For whatever reason, the Rams give the 49ers hell.
I'm going to go with San Francisco on this one. I think they finally put it together, and I think without those 2 receivers, I don't think the Rams are going to be able to win.
And Pakua is out?
Yes.
Yeah, they're bang. Both these teams have significant injuries to some of their best players.
He didn't really play that much when they played Detroit. Pakua.
Well, he got injured early in the game.
Out for sure. Has that been said?
Cup is out or no?
Yeah.
The Cup is out for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah.
Are you changing your pick, Fillie?
No, I'm going to stick with it. Just for going off history and the battles that they had, I think the Rams will find a way to get it done.
Kind of like the Farmer's Almanac. You're just reading the tea leaves, are you?
That's right.
All right.
Grandmaster.
I'm going to take San Francisco. I'm going to give that edge to their defense. I think San Francisco's defense could get to Stafford, make it a little bit hard on him. Hard. I'm going to take San Fran. How about you, Hollywood?
I'm going to go with
Speaking
the 49ers
of cups,
as
he's
well.
wearing a cup right now. You can see it.
I'm going to go with the 49ers in a close one. Tigers won 4-2.
Nice.
Very nice. And the Tigers are on a roll. How many?
Yeah.
And Cleveland's up right now.
The Tigers could beat
I feel
San
like I'm in a
Francisco
Sports
too.
Center studio. Hollywood's got the big screen. He's giving us the play-by-play. It's great.
This is a big game Sunday night.
The fucking
8:20.
Tigers will beat the Rams.
Kansas City and Mahomes 2-0 go to the Atlanta Falcons, who just beat Philly.
It was real cute seeing Darius Slay give up the big touchdown on Monday Night Football. You know, I think the Falcons are getting better, but they're just not ready for KC. I think KC wins by 2 scores.
Very nice. Cheech, are you me or you? Who you want to take?
I'm going with the Chiefs on this one. Yeah.
I'm going KC.
How do you not go with Kansas City?
I'm going KC even without Pacheco. He's out 6 to 8 weeks.
Now, was it Kareem Hunt? Is that the backup for him?
They got to pull it. No, they're going to go with that Steele guy.
Okay.
Or Kareem, too. So whoever, but I think they get it done.
KC?
I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be close, but I think they pull it out Mahomes.
Keep in mind, these next 2 games, guys, are Monday night games. So we have two Monday night football games coming up in week 3.
Monday, September 23rd, the Jacksonville shit the bed goes to Buffalo.
Come on.
Jacksonville all day, Cheech? No, not even. No.
I'm going with the Bills.
I'm taking Buffalo. No brainer.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going
not
Buffalo,
even
too.
not even close.
Yep, I got Buffalo too.
And Washington travels to Cincinnati. To the Cincinnati, I believe they're what, 0-2?
Yeah.
Need the dub.
No, 1-1.
1-1.
1-1, okay.
Yeah.
1-1.
Burrow always starts off slow.
Very slow.
Always starts off the season slow, and he kind of gets better as the season goes along.
That hair reminds me of Burrow.
Right, it's a little Burrow-ish today, isn't it?
Yeah, a little Burrow.
Did you catch the lettuce I was wearing tonight, Philly, by chance, or no?
Yeah, it was tight, bro.
Yeah, man.
Got
Thanks,
the fucking
man.
John Gruden shit going on.
Spider wide tube banana.
What are you
man.
going with, Cheech?
I'm gonna take
Knock on wood if you're with me.
Yeah. Who are you taking?
I'm gonna take the Cincinnati Bengals
Taking the
at
Natty.
home.
At home.
Cool ass Joe Burrow.
Grandmaster B.
I'm taking Cool Joe Cincy all day over them Washington.
Cincinnati across
Foreskins.
the board.
There it is. Well,
I
gentlemen.
guess Hollywood don't give a shit about my opinion, but yeah, I'm taking Cincy too.
Yeah, you said Cincy, didn't you already?
He never said it.
No, that's okay.
I'm sorry. You know, something wrong with the phone line, Skip.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Philly. Put some respect on his name.
He going with Cincinnati.
Hey, so Philly, we're wrapping it up after this, buddy. Hey, have a good trip out there, man. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. You're gonna go see some sights out there, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm gonna go check out the city after the wedding, and
Nice.
my birthday's Saturday, so I'm gonna
That's
spend
right.
it celebrating.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll celebrate you when you get back. We wish you nothing but the best. Give James our best. Thank you for spending a little time with us tonight, giving us your picks, and we'll get all this stuff posted on the Facebook site too. We got some static going here. What the hell's going on?
All right, sounds good, guys. Love you guys. Miss you. Good job.
All
right,
Take
brother.
care.
Have a good trip, man.
All right.
Later, bye.
Well, guys, that's going to wrap up the show. Any closing thoughts?
Enjoy the week.
Enjoy the week. Cheech?
Yeah. Nothing.
That's it?
No.
You're
Good
good
show.
like that,
I
yeah.
liked it.
Good
Nice.
show.
Very laid back, cool.
Yeah.
It is.
Very,
I
very
kind
good.
of I like these patio podcasts.
Yeah, I mean, that's always maybe going into next summer. We can do a little bit more like that. Maybe throw the grill on so poor Eric can eat something. I feel bad for the guy.
Maybe
We
try
started
like
a
a
GoFundMe
winter
for him. I don't know if you
running
guys caught
nose and
that
shit
at
that's
the
cold.
driveway. kids are making lemonade across the street for him. They'll help the starving. Are you okay back there, Eric? That's good. If you need some sugar, we got some right here. Hey guys, one more last shout out to our sponsors. 24th Street Pizza being our main sponsor here. Thank you, Al, for everything you do for us.
Boy, Al.
St. Clair Shores Green Hornets, thank you. Dakota Heat and Hot Sauce. Remember, you can use our code. You can go get a discount at the Dakota Hot Sauce website. Eli's Eats in the Streets. My uncle's Auto Repair and Rubio Power Solutions. To each and every one of you, thank you, because without you guys, we can't continue to build our podcast, because what you see in front of you, besides these great voices and all the characters that we are, it takes a little money to do this, and we go in our own pockets quite a bit, but this is something that, in order for us to continue, we need your help. So thank you, everybody. Have a good week, and again, thanks for following and listening to us.
Peace. I said goodbye, vamoose, adios, ciao, so long, get your hat jack.
Time to turn down the sheets.
And I will spank my butthole a little bit.
That's all, folks.
Bon voyage, motherfucker. Get out of here. Get out.